David?
David Moore, Dallas Morning News. Just another case of getting down by so much early that's just too far back to come as the game goes along.
Oh, I think it's like anything. Just probably my last words, after the prayer before we went out is this, the bags of ice are packed and it's going to be 4 quarters. Let's take this thing into the final rounds. We felt, just the start was where we needed to get going. They started faster than we did. 6 point at halftime. I know as a offensive play caller, I was frustrated. There's a couple of calls I wish I definitely would have had back. But you got to love the fight and the effort. But our execution is we need to be better. And when I sit up here and talk about all the work we need to do, those are the things I'm referring to. We got a chance. We had a chance here, and they made more key plays than we did. Just based off our big play production, numbers at halftime we keep track of. It was +8 and +8, but the score didn't reflect that. And I think clearly the 2-point play or they got the big takeaway down there in the red area, and so we just had a battle back. You definitely want to get in front of that team. That's a team that plays to their strength and their profile, and aggressive on defense, and got excellent players, excellent coach. But we were not clean enough to get the win today.
Clarence Hill, All City, Dallas. That being said, how demoralizing and frustrating to not be able to continue to not be able to stop the run?
Well, it's our game of the season. Yeah, I think we definitely the last 2 weeks. It's going to be a clear target on us, and we have to. We have to stop it, and it's going. We got a quick one here, quick turnaround in New York. That's our run defense and the attempts in our run offense we're clearly not where we need to be right now.
Tim Calishaw, Dallas Morning News. You won the toss and took the ball this week. How much were you counting on the offense scoring some points and kind of setting a tone early in the game?
Yeah, definitely. I was playing to get the lead as fast as we could. That was part of that decision.
And you said you were frustrated as a play caller, but you got CeeDee Lamb with a couple drops and a fumble and a penalty. How far away is he from being the kind of player you need him to be?
Well, I think just like anything, especially a game like today, I think the most important thing is to look straight in the mirror. We put a lot into this game. Not that we don't put into it every week. Our practice, sometimes your preparation is really good and you don't play as well as you like, and there's times where your preparation is not very good and you play better than you thought. And I think clearly this week our preparation was pretty much in line with the way we played. So this group works hard. I do. I truly love the locker room. They got a ton of fight, but we're going through some growing pains. So we need to continue to grow and get ready for this game in New York.
Gilman Henderson, Gilmer Mirror. Mike, how tough is it after back-to-back losses having to turn around and travel in 4 days? That's the schedule. It's part of the NFL. It's the beauty of the competition. There's nothing like Sundays, nothing like game day. So, but we know what the schedule is. We have a plan. They'll be in it tomorrow. We'll do what we need to do, get ready. First and second down, get guys recovered, and get them lined up, and we'll be ready to go Thursday night.
Sydney Staples, D210 Sports. Coach, you've mentioned it. It's only 3 games in, but there's still fans that might be a little frustrated. What do you want to tell them, those that are a little upset with how things have started out this season?
We're a work in progress, and I get it. You love the fan support. I stood up in week 1 and said the same thing. I didn't feel like we were nowhere close to where we needed to be in week 1, and we clearly got some things that we're going to work on. And anytime you struggle in a situation, or a unit struggles, whether it's run defense, run offense, or pass protection and so forth, and then guess what? What's coming next week. So we need to clean. We need to clean our own house. Our house isn't where it needs to be right now.
Mac Engel, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Coach, what do you want to see from your receivers to give Dak an opportunity to make some plays down the field? Is it a matter of space, anything along those lines?
Well, I think just like anything, there's more to it than, there's the coverage and just staying after it. The connection. I thought the pocket was a little hot early, and that's, I was referring to a couple of calls I wish I had back. But yeah,
it's part of the work in progress that I refer to. And, you know, hey, I'm the one that installs the passing game, so I need to do a better job.
Again, draft and develop team, you play a lot of young players early, especially early when you're looking to set the tone. It seemed there were some penalties there, some misplays here and there. I know you don't want to have to live with those, but is that just the reality of playing young players? And did you see some of that today?
Well, I mean, yes, I think that's part of the growing pains, comment. But the reality is, that we got to get off this merry-go-round of going 9, 10, 11, 12 plays and not scoring a touchdown. So, I mean, we've done it now 3 weeks in a row. So, we're extending drives, but it's, we got to, the start was, we had 3 penalties there right out of the gate, 1 on special teams and, 2 on offense. So that, that's definitely not the start. That's, we talked about taking the ball. I mean, that's not the start we were looking for.
What is holding the running game back? Is it the blocking the backs? What's the secret to unleashing?
Attempts, that's what I refer to. We don't have enough around attempts. I mean, it's 20 pass attempts at halftime. We're definitely down a road that, I didn't want to be in. But I thought the guys, for the looks that they had, I didn't feel discouraged about the run game at all.
How much do you want this comeback from 28-6 to 28-25 to be the thing that players are focused on?
Well, that's something that doesn't show up in the playbook here, in scheme. It's just, the heart and soul of your football team and the ability to grow emotionally and having that experience. That's a great, that's a great fourth quarter for our first year players. It's the connection that we don't have right now to the level that we're capable of. So this is the emotional round that we need to be much better in. They have work ethic. It's a really good locker room. I mean, there's talent. The mental part of it. We better have taken a step from last week. Last week was totally not good enough. So, the emotional part is where the real gold is, and this end of the game can serve us well.
Well, Mike, Brandon Aubrey, 65-yard field goal, and it looked like he could have made it from another 4 or 5 yards. Talk about what he's done for this team.
He's a weapon. I mean, he's a weapon. Common sense, not common sense, but there's definitely a decision. Part of the recommendation was the punt there. Particularly early in the game. But I think it's A, I believe in him, and B, I think you have to give Brandon those opportunities early. If we're gonna, if we think we're gonna be, in the playoffs or playing big clutch games in January and December, you don't want to trot them out there the first time to kick a 64 to win the game. So that's always been my thinking. That's the way I've always done it as a head coach, and he just keeps delivering.
If it hadn't have been for the new kickoff rule, would you have gone for a third onside kick there in the fourth?
That was a 50-50 call. I mean, I was right on the fence. John and I talked about it, had plenty of time to talk about it, but we felt that we could get the stop with the 3 timeouts.
Getting back to that, the fact that you have to announce an onside kick, do you like that part of the rule? Because you could have done it earlier or a different time, trying to get your team momentum, but you have to announce it.
Well, we've talked about this. I think the surprise onside, was really a good play that doesn't exist anymore. But I think it's part of the big picture. I'm glad the kickoff is at least back in the game to a certain level. So, but yeah, I mean it's the rules and it's the way we have to do it right now. So.